Well, this week on Dateline Schools, I had the privilege of talking with the Assistant Director for the Michigan High School Athletic Association, Brent Rice, as we're trying to figure out what we can do to get school sports back on the field. And to tell us all about it, my guest here, as I said, is Brent Rice. And Brent, how are you working with the Department of Education, with the governor's office, with the local school districts, try to figure out what we can and can't do this fall?
Yeah, so we're in close contact with the governor's administration and then also the Department of Education. Also local authorities for health departments and other government agencies. And so much of this is at the local level that we try to involve as many people as possible, including medical advisory committees and folks on that too. So we want to have as much input as possible so that we can take the best information and data from that and be able to make the best decisions. And so we're working closely with them, all agencies, and we are producing a plan based on it.
Just prior to us recording our Dateline for this week, professional baseball got started. Are you watching what the pros are kind of doing, what the colleges are doing to get some ideas of what you may need to do for the high school and middle school levels?
Yeah, I think that they are going to be instructive. I don't know how much we can actually use, with professional baseball or professional sports in general. They have so much money invested and so much money at their disposal that certainly our local school districts just don't have. And so I think they can be instructive as to kind of how things are progressing. College sports are a little closer, especially when we get down into like Division II, Division III. We can use what they're doing, and we're monitoring those closely as well.
Okay. I know one proposal that was bannered about, at least suggested by the governor, maybe moving some of the fall sports to spring, especially like football or those more close contact sports. Is that still one of the plans in the works, or are we kind of pushing that aside at this point?
So our representative council met last week to kind of hash these things out, and they'll meet again coming up this week to further work through the options. But that was one of the options, the one to swap seasons, that was removed. And part of that was because there were numerous conflicts regarding coaches availability. We had multi-sport athletes, seasonal conditions for play across the state. And then also, it just wasn't, there were some issues with particularly soccer and boys lacrosse. We're swapping them as higher risk sports would have really not solved any problems for us in that way. And because of that, we weren't able to, the representative council didn't feel that that was in the best interest.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Herring.